Hey guys, what's up? W Gaming here, and I'm hoping that you're all doing phenomenally well. Today we have another video for you guys right here, and we're gonna talk about Zenkais. Are Zenkai characters, or characters getting Zenkais, is like really a big deal? Like right now, is it like not a big deal anymore? Yeah, let's talk about it. So let's go.
Here it comes.
So we remember the days of Zenkais. Like at the beginning of the game, when we got Zenkais, they were very scary. They were not a common thing. It was basically for the super whales, right? People who are thinking about dropping 20 plus K like crystals on just one character, trying to boost them and just giving them such a high advantage to other people. It was for the pay to play, basically. It was really hard to actually do it as a free to play. Over time it changed, right? We got characters that got Zenkai like with less crystals, and instead of like, let's say 21,000 crystals, you could do it with just 7,000, and if you got lucky you could do it with even less, right? That was basically the idea, and a certain amount of characters started appearing, right? Like the Red Cell, the freaking FSK Gohan, right? And this girl right here, that I want to look for her right now. Yeah, Android 18 right here. She was within that pack, right? Android 16 was another one that I remember. That was like at the beginning of the thing, right? He's a green character. Like he was a very, one of the first characters to actually have that discounted Zenkai cost, right, with CC. So he was one of the first ones, and then they brought FSK. We all know, like, all those Zenkai characters were really good at the time. They were really OP. Like Android 16, you could just say he was okay. But this guy right here, when he got a Zenkai, oh boy, like it was pain beyond belief. Like this guy, he was the second Legends Limited character to get a Zenkai, and he is till this day bonkers, like just dumb. Like look at this blast attack, all practically 300k blast attack. And he got damage boost after damage boost after damage boost. Like he's just like right now top 1 unit. But recently, Zenkais have been falling off a bit. They've been not as good, right? There's not as crazy. For example, this guy right here, he's pretty cool. He got the Zenkai right now. He's the hot thing right now. And, he gets worked up. You get a little bit more damage here. You get a little bit more here. You get a little bit more of that here. We start getting those type of Zenkais that are quote-unquote balance. Like people started arguing that Zenkais were just too OP and that they were just not balanced. They were just too crazy. Especially like our example of a Zenkai was this man, and obviously Android 18 and stuff like that. It was just too much, right? But nowadays I'm seeing people, they are running Zenkai characters because they're still on top. In my opinion, they are still like the big guns. They're still the big characters, and they are always going to be, because all the characters that are used right now will get a Zenkai eventually, right? So every character will become even better, right? Even stronger. And Zenkais are basically the thing, right? But these days, not necessarily like is the same way, right? It's not the same way necessarily, because I see this guy, he got announced, he's got the stats. This is untransformed, so it doesn't look as scary, but it's pretty scary when he's transformed. He gets the thingies, right? He gets the 20%, instead of like the stuff that he get, you know, little things here and there, right? But I'm not gonna be scared fighting this guy. Like, it's not a big deal. He's gonna be annoying, he's gonna be better, right? He's gonna be cool, like he's gonna be strong, but it's not this. It's not this creepster right here that tortures me every time I try to play and he appears. I really hate him. He's so annoying. And it's not the same. Like, this caliber of unit versus this, it's not the same. Kaioken Goku, he's really good. He's really good. But he's not LF Zenkai 7 Gohan, the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Like, he's not this Gohan right here. So it's not the same thing, and he's not a 18 as well, right? He's not SSJ3. Usually the Zenkai characters that are getting the best benefits are the 11 Zenkai characters nowadays, right? Is basically the idea. Obviously Frieza got one, and he's not super duper, he's not Gohan, but he's not intended to be Gohan. He's more of a support unit, right? So, you know, you can kind of debate that, right? But he's still pretty darn good, right? It's not the same thing. You can't compare Gohan with Frieza just like that, you know. But we remember a time where new units actually outperformed the Zenkais. Like this man right here, Vegito Blue, when he came out. Like, people were saying, like, it doesn't matter if you got Beerus, Miras, Heroes, or Deeras, or like anything. Like, this guy was just so OP. I remember once I fought a 14-star one. I was like, what the heck is going on here? He's just too much. Like, he does so much. Look at this. This is just like gigantic, enormous amounts of information just for one unit, right? And his ability was the first one in the game to cover 3 tags, along with a pretty high amount of percentage of like attack and defense, right? And he changed the thing, but then Zenkais came after him, and it took a red unit to actually destroy him, which is this boy over here, the boy, the evil boy. And over time, things have changed a bit here and there, and usually now is like you're running a team. Let's say a main team running right now is FSK with Revival Gohan, where I don't see, here he is, and then this guy right here, Super Saiyan Gohan. Now these are 2 Legends Limited units that are not Zenkai with a Legends Limited unit that is Zenkai, right? That's a good combination. Me, I run a team consisting of the free-to-play Android 21, the blue one, that's the Zenkai. Then I'm using Android 17 right here. And then I'm using, usually if I see a Gohan and they don't have a green, I bring her. But if not, I just bring the Evil 21, the purple one, and I use her, and she's pretty darn good for me till this day. So I use her quite a lot. And it works out, you know. It's not a big deal. I have 18, I could use her. I sometimes do. If I see the person does not have a red character, I just bring 2 yellows, you know, to for sure get the for sure W if I can. So like, but it's not as big of a deal, you know. You just see the boxes and you're okay, he's stronger, he's better now. If not, he's not strong, he's not as better now. Now we get the new type of Legends Limited characters, as is Vegeta right here, the new Great Ape Vegeta, right? At 14 stars, he has decent stats. That's the thing. Like, Zenkai characters always tend to have better stats, but these guys have pretty good abilities. And look at this. That's pretty long. That's pretty long amounts of information to drive in your head, and you still get the abilities, right? Saiyan Zaga, powerful opponent. You still get a Vegito-esque vibe. You get a lot of things that you nullify, special cover changes. Like, they do so much nowadays that they can be scary as a Zenkai. Not the same amount of damage, it's not the same, but they are very, very useful, and they have different quirky things that make them viable. Like my boy Android 17 right here. Like, I could use 18 definitely, but he brings stuff to the table that she does not. He gives ki when he switches out to the other characters, I believe. Like, he also gives damage boosts, I believe, right? When he switches out, the Fallen Fair card, when they switch to standby, you get ki, and then he gives ki to the ally, right? And then he restores his own health Like he gets damage inflicted as well, a lot of it, like 90% of damage inflicted just by entering the battlefield. Like when he enters, he shortens allies substitution count 5 times, steals enemies main. Like this is, it's more passive, like you don't see it completely, but it really helps out over, like, in the long run. You use him with a purple 21, you can switch her in and out like instantly. Like you just keep comboing with him, then switch back to her, and it's insane how good those two work together as well. Like he has the blue card, that's his magical thing, right? Blast armor deals massive impact damage, and then basically locks you in. It's not with the lock-in mechanic, it's by adding 2 counts up, right, upon activation. So that still works pretty neat right there. He has a stop time green card that messes with your opponent a bit. He adds cards, like he adds things to your team, right? He adds extra damage. If other character, you need them to do more damage, this is added. This helps out even further beyond right? He has a 3 style, right? Zenkai Z ability, right? You can boost Universal Survival Saga androids, and you can add it's not 3 different ones, it's just 2, but you add even more once you actually have these things fulfilled, right? It's not a Zenkai ability, but it's a Z ability, and it's a really good one, right? That's the idea. You want to bank on those things right here. Now these characters are pretty good by their own. They may not be like straightforward as Android 18. 18, just if the opponent switches on you, you don't want to lock them in. You want them to keep switching so you can keep going on and on and on. But this guy has a cool utility, just like this guy had when he came out. I think that if more units like this come and they actually buff up a bit of the stats and everything, they're gonna be even more viable, and Zenkai characters are just gonna be like Zenkai buffing and having quirky things, new quirky things that just revitalize them, right? They just revive them, and they're just going to be usable again, but maybe not as strong, maybe not as powerful as they used to be when they were really OP. Like when Beerus was out, I was scared of that unit. Like it was crazy. Every time I won against him, it was like, oh my god, I fought a Beerus which was rare as Zenkai 7, and then actually beating them. Oh man, it was crazy. But yeah, like it has definitely changed, and I want all of you guys' opinion. I want to see what you think about this. Do you feel the same, or are you really scared every time you see Zenkais? You feel they're just too OP? You feel they are super superior to every other character and they just stand no chance? And obviously you could outplay someone, right? But in terms of character to character, like they just don't stack up the same way? Or do you you feel it's always like this, right? I don't feel like it's always like that. We got more versatility now. We got more characters. We got more hacks. We got more stuff, revival. And, it's all coming together little by little. We just have to see how good it will be in the end. And if it just becomes a common thing that just makes the characters just that better. Like for me, I run an Android team as my main team. If the Evil 21 gets Zenkai, even though she may not be a super how do I say it, famous or popular character that everyone's gonna Zenkai, right? I'm still gonna Zenkai her because she's gonna be part of my team, and even if she's a little bit better, it's worth it because it's my main team and she's gonna get those buffs and she's gonna help my team, so it's gonna be worth it. I think that's the way to think about it right now. I think you have to pinpoint your team. You got to think about your team, and if one of your characters that you really want to use or you use gets Zenkai, you're gonna do it, even if it's not that great, even if it's not overpowering everyone like FSK Gohan. You're just gonna do it because you want your team to be that much better. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video right here, please consider giving it a like a share, and if you like the channel overall, come visit us and consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the bells and hit it to all, so you are always notified of all the future videos that are gonna come. So yeah, guys, please take care and bye bye.